Okay, so the last video on here, as I touched on in the last one, is just going to talk a little bit about products. So products are the other kind of feature that you can add to Google My Business. So we are, I'm trying to do this. You have to have a verified business in order to add products. It won't even let you add them to it. So you guys are going to have to wait until after you do the verification process with your listing. But once you do, and this is the reason why I'm doing this in our digital Macaw digital marketing account versus the test account we've been using or the demo account, is because it needs to be verified before you can go in there. But if you're a business that offers products to your customers, so if that's a physical product, could be a widget, could be hammers, tools, clothes, whatever it happens to be. It could be food, etc. If there are physical products, or you can even do it with like digital products. I'm using the this course as an example, just because I don't sell physical products. But you can go in here. So essentially, in order to add these products to your GMB listing or tie them to them, you can just come in here and go down to products. So once you go to products, it's going to bring you to this, and you'll see like on mine where it's already verified, you're not going to see that. There would be like a pink screen that says you can't add products until you're verified. But now that you're verified, or once you get verified, you can come in here and you can add a product, right? So this is one that I just did as a test. Obviously, don't have a image of a digital course, so I'm using the digital course as an example, just because again we don't have any physical products. But you can put a picture of the product itself. So say you're selling men's shoes or a pair of men's sneakers or something like that. You could put a picture of the actual product in here. For the product name, you can, each individual product I would do. The more products you get on there, the better. You can set up a whole catalog on here. But you could put, Adidas or Nike's men's running shoes, or whatever the actual name of the shoe is, you could put in here. Be as descriptive as you possibly can. If anything, just put the brand and the name of the product itself. I don't think it would be well served to put like Adidas running shoes. You'd want to put Adidas, whatever the product name is. I'm not really into to running shoes, so I don't know any names off examples off the top of my head. But whatever the actual shoe name would be, or the sneaker name would be, you could put it in there. Um, Category is, you create a new category, and I think it will actually draw on the categories that you have set up for your products specifically. So for ours, obviously this is a digital education course. It's not something that's going to be in there. So you can click on create a new category, and then just put it in there. I'm just going to X that out. But if you need to put in a new category, you can just do that by creating a new category. And then next thing is the price. So obviously your product's going to have a price, or it should have a price, or maybe it has a price range. So you could either put a fixed price in there, or a price range from minimum to maximum. So this is actually a really good one for, say you're a service provider, and you have products that might not have a set price, or maybe they depend on, so like an auto mechanic, maybe it's a brake service could range from, as low as $199. It could be as high as, 499, depending on, what work needs to be done. Or it could be something similar with, any kind of a service provider. So if that's a case that kind of meets your business, you could put it in here. And then under the description, would be a good place to put, basic, using the automotive example as an example. You could say something like basic brake jobs start at, $199, depending on the amount of hours or parts, or a type of car or make or model. It could be as high as blah 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 blah, or whatever the language is that is best for your company. You could put that in there. And then you could also put, so if it's using the brake example, you could say what's included, or maybe it's an oil change, and you say, so many quarts of oil plus the oil filter. If it's a physical product, you can, give a description, and this would probably be the description that you would have listed if you have like an e-com site. a description of the product itself. So depending on what type of product it is, whether it's a product or a service, if there's additional information or terms and conditions almost that you want to put in there, you can certainly do that. You have a good amount of characters that you can use, as 1,000. So definitely put as much information. As always, put your grabbing attention information up at the top, and then kind of put the details after that. But definitely roam in there to put a bunch of information. And then down here, a couple different options depending on what it is. If it's a physical product, or you could use like a buy or an order online. If it's a service product, maybe you want someone to contact you. Say you're a consultant or something like that, and you want someone to contact you to get a better idea, or you can say learn now, or get offer. If it's something where someone's, you're looking to buy something from someone else, or whatever it happens to be. Again, and it all depends on your business and what your situation is. The terminology that's best for your products and services. So definitely, make sure that those kind of fit in with the best practices that you have for your company. So after that, we're going to go to save. Oop, I'm sorry about that. And then save, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm selling a digital education course at this point. That's the only one I have listed on our GMB listing. But if you had a bunch of products on here, you would essentially see them all. And then I'm curious to see kind of what that comes up as too. But yeah, it looks like it might just come up as a search result. So maybe that's not the most helpful. But if you have a physical product, it might show up a little bit differently. Whereas I think I just put my the URL in there. That's probably why it's just pulling up the result for the company itself. But definitely another thing that you could use as information for Google to understand what your business is and what your business does. And again, the more information that you could put in there, the better position that you're going to be in terms of optimizing your business listing, as well as coming up for relevant search queries from local search, etc. So I think that's it. As I said in the last video, this is pretty much it for you to get your GMB listing claimed, number one. Number two, get it set up fully. If you took all of the steps that we did in the videos, you should have pretty much every single field possible within your GMB listing filled out. And that's definitely kind of what you want to get towards, is making sure that everything is completely filled out to the best of your ability, and with as much relevant information in there as possible. And then number three, it puts you in a good spot to start to be found on the Google My Business listings, the map searches, the local searches, things like that for local keywords and certain services. So definitely that's the end result and the end goal that you're looking for. So at this point, you're in a pretty good spot. I would say this is the absolute basic information. This is most companies don't even get to this point, so you're already kind of ahead of the curve. But you'll notice as you do searches for relevant businesses and services in your local area, you'll start to see the different listings for your main competitors, or at least digital main competitors. And you'll see how much, if they're posting regularly, if they're putting photos up, if they're putting a lot of information on their GMB site, or listing, sorry. And that's kind of the benchmark that you want to meet. And you want to make sure that you're kind of up to that level and kind of surpassing it. So that's what we get into in the additional courses on really optimizing. And we'll touch on things like creating a content strategy or posting strategy for your GMB listing. Kind of the ins and outs on the photos and the images and the videos, and how to optimize those things as well. And then really going from there is really about the posting strategy, what you're posting, what you're doing on your GMB account. And then obviously the maintenance of it as well. So consistency is a big one. Keeping it going over time, not just kind of dumping all this stuff on there and then forgetting about it. It's actually managing it on a consistent basis, whether that's daily if you have the content, weekly if you have they don't have as much content, and then monthly if you don't really have much content or time at all. And the other thing too that you should know is that we do offer services in terms of managing and optimizing your GMB listings from a long-term perspective. So if that's something that you don't have time to do yourself, certainly let us know. We could help out with that and talk about how we can help you. But I think that that's the most important thing once you get the GMB listing all set up is really managing it and making sure that you're putting out relevant content that ties your business as well as your website, your listing, everything else kind of to the search queries that you want to get found for. So that's it. I hope you guys found this valuable for what I consider a pretty relatively low price tag for what you get out of it. I'm hoping. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love feedback in terms of reviews and such. If you want to leave those on Google, certainly we would love to hear your feedback. We'll send out an email after this just to kind of get your feedback on it and see what you like, what you didn't like. We're always looking to grow and add value to especially small businesses. So definitely, if there's something that you think we glossed over a little bit, or if there's something that we spent too much time on, let us know. And if there's we did an absolute perfect job, then let us know that as well. Tried to keep this as informal as possible. But definitely lots of tips and tricks as we went through. So if there's definitely things that you need to know, let us know and leave us feedback. And then if you need help with your maintenance of it, or maybe there's some stuff in there as you were going through it that you didn't quite understand, or you felt isn't quite optimized in terms of the copywriting or the keywords or things of that nature, certainly let us know. We could help you out. We do have services in terms of managing and optimizing the Google My Business listings. So definitely keep us in mind for that. If nothing else, then I appreciate the time. I hope you guys found it valuable, and I hope to see you in the future digital courses. Thank you. Bye.